Hi, I'm Tim, and welcome to another episode of Really Great Analytics. So today we're going to be talking about using Malartu to analyze budget data versus actual data. So let me talk about briefly what I've got set up here. We're looking at a dashboard where I have two metrics, office expenses and our travel expenses for the year. So what I've got plotted in this first block is just a plain table. We've got both our metrics, our office expenses and our travel expenses represented across the year. You'll see that all 12 months are here as we scroll across. Further down, we have the same data in a bar chart, and a little bit lower, we have these two kind of heads up large number metrics where we actually see the summation of the metric year to date. So adding budget data is actually pretty easy. I'll show you that before we get the data in the system, the point of the chart. So we put the dashboard into editing mode. Click our little pencil here to go to our block options. Adding budget data is simple as this one checkbox here, just show budget. When we do that, we actually have another column here on our table where our budget data will be represented. Now, like I said, we don't yet have budget data in the system, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, it's unlikely that your budget data will come out of an integration, so you're probably going to have this in something like an Excel file or a CSV. I have an Excel file today, so let's head over to our document reader. Find my budget data, and we'll bring that into the system. Now the document reader has a couple of steps here. First, we need to make sure that our metrics are mapped. In this case, the system has some intelligence, and since we already do have an office and travel metric loaded up, it was able to map that automatically. Now the key for entering budget data is to make sure that once our data looks good, in this case it does, that this checkbox right here in the budget column is checked for both metrics. Now, if we're loading up a lot of metrics, it'd probably be handy just to come over here and click this option, mark all budget, or we can go one at a time and make sure these checkboxes are selected. Now, if we're looking at the data and something looks amiss, if one of these columns is just not right for some reason, we can't actually come in here and edit this. So in this case, say that should be 1650. Looks good. Let's confirm this data. Take a second to load in, and data is being imported. Let's head over to our dashboard and we'll see how that loaded in. Let's go to our block options, select show budget on our table. Nice. Now we have budget data represented right next to our actual data. Do the same thing for our bar chart here. Show budget. There we go. The bar chart's pretty cool because we can toggle between these two metrics. Say I want to just see the office actuals versus the office budget. I can come over here and click travel off, and we can see, well, June we went a little over there. And finally, for our number blocks, let's add the budget data. On the number block, we'll see that represented down here in the left-hand corner. And that's really all there is to it, analyzing budget data versus actual data in Malartu. Thank you all.